Hello, Waswere back with another video, and today we're going to be looking at a loot from 40 Raksha solos. I wanted to do them all solo to make sure that if there is a difference between the tables, that there would be at least one video out there. However, once I got to 30 or 35, I think there really isn't a difference, as I was getting the same drops as my friends were getting duo. I ended up getting 40 solos over the first 2 days of Raksha, and that was my cutoff to get this video up, so that's why it's 40 and not 50. I started out with Mage as I was most comfortable with that style, but quickly made the swap to Range, and I wish I just started with Range. Between Ruby Bolts and Shins, it's just so much quicker and you're able to clear out the pools much more reliably with something like Shins instead of relying on the AoE of Magic Basics. I think Melee is even better with Laceration Boots and Scythe Bladed Dive, but that's a whole style switch, and that's not something I'm ready for at this boss yet, but maybe I'll bring it in to the repertoire later. On top of that, I have a new P4 strategy where I'm able to take advantage of the anima damage boost instead of camping solely at the one pillar, and getting that phase down quickly just feels so rewarding, and it feels good to do the mechanic correctly there. I don't know what about it, it feels good. But that's enough dilly-dallying, let's get into the loot. We got a drop. Oh, that makes the loot video. So there is our 40 solos done. Our best time there was just 7:49. I'm pretty happy with that. Anything sub 8 is pretty good. It's also something on log now, which insta sold 230, 250k. So here is the loot. As you can see, we got a total of 270.8 mil. I should mention that these Spirit Weed Seeds, the stack should actually be 18, but I forgot to turn off my seed aside for the first kill because when I made my seed aside and set my settings, Spirit Weed Seeds were pretty useless. And I never killed anything that dropped it until this boss, so yeah, we lost out on basically 1 mil there. They also introduced this new medium spiky Orichalcum salvage, which has a price of 125k, but it's really only going to be 75k because that's what it alks for. And its only use right now is alk, so that's basically pure GP. And then we have the rest of everything here. This Onyx Dust Drop was actually in one loot pile, 117, which is pretty crazy because that's like 3.6 mil for one drop, and this 230 mil is what the Greater Chain sold for, so that gave us a total of 270 mil here. And yeah, so let's sell everything and see what we get. So there we have it. We've sold everything and we ended up with 267 mil. I don't know exactly how much I spent, but I'm going to put a rough estimate, excluding deaths, because deaths are just something that's too hard to count, that I spent about 500k a kill in supplies, and then another 500k in sort of like divine charges and that sort of stuff. So that's 1 mil a kill. So essentially the commons are paying for your supplies, and then it's just the rare drop. So our profit here was 227 million, excluding all the deaths to learn, which was a lot. I'm enjoying this boss. I'm probably going to go to duo mode in the future. I think it's just more efficient to do it that way, as you can get just as many kills, but it's a little bit easier and a little bit less on the head. So we're going to be moving on to duos in the future to finish off the log. I will be using this as a part of my boss man. So when that returns in the new year, be sure to check it out. I'll be going for log here. It's probably one of the first things I do when I come back full-time in January, that it's going to be the Raksha log, because getting that title early will be really cool. The drops will be really expensive, and yeah, I'll get all my abilities basically myself, which is really cool. But have a good day, and I'll catch you in the next one.